Heyman Khan here for Seconds Out with man of the hour, Chris Kongo, who is getting ready for a big fight, a fight that he's wanted for a long time, Chris, against Florian Marku. First of all, sir,
Yeah,
how you doing?
all good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. All the better to be speaking to yourself. All the better to be talking about a fight that a lot of boxing fans have been wanting for a while. And I'm pretty sure you're glad to get over the line. But before we get into that, Chris,
hmm
long layoff. I'm sure you'd have wanted one maybe in between before this, but you've been injured, which has
Yeah.
been part of the reason as to why you've had that time out. But how do you feel
Mm.
heading into this fight?
I feel good. To be honest, it's not too long. I've had longer time out, to be honest, and yeah, it's a decent amount of time. And the thing is, right, when you've been out for a while and you go straight back in a big fight, you'll just you'll 100% have to be switched on, So it will switch me on for sure.
Where do you feel in terms of your body with that injury? Do you feel back to that 100%?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm back to 100%. To be honest, I've been back for a while, 100%. But yeah, it was just about taking care of it. Obviously during Christmas as well, I was still working, still getting my runs in and doing what I need to do. But yeah, I'm all good now, which is the main thing.
That's good to hear. When did you start hearing the whispers that started to get it more solid about this fight with Marku happening?
Uh, to be honest, probably start of the year,
Hmm.
probably start of the year. Around about them times, and I said, yeah, let's make it happen.
Did you think it was going to happen then?
Uh, well, to be honest, I wasn't too sure because we've been down this road a few times, but I think it's only right it happened now,
Mhm.
you know?
Timing is everything, and you two had the time together. You met together. You had the face off. Apparently, there was extra security hired as well to separate you two in
Yeah,
case something went off. You're
something like
always
that.
cool, calm, and collected, Chris, unless the
Yeah.
time comes for you to do something. But do you
Mhm.
feel that heading into this fight and heading into when the fight comes, that you'll put him on edge throughout the fight week and throughout the build up?
Well, I don't need to put a man on edge. The main thing is he knows that he's in for a proper night. This is the big league now he's entering, and he knows that. He knows he has to be on his aim game. Everybody knows me. I'm no joke. So I'm not someone to be played around with, and I'll really bring the heat. Obviously we've seen it. A lot of my fights on Sky, they've to be honest, they've all been exciting. There hasn't been one fight on since I signed with Boxer. There hasn't been one fight that wasn't exciting. So that's the main thing about me. And listen, I'm just ready to go.
No, you're right in saying that you don't need to put a man on edge, and that's not your style, but that's Marku's style. He always seems to
Mhm.
get hyped up and hyped up. Do you want to see him in that way? Do you want him to be
Yeah,
there?
but
Do you think you'll get?
he can't do that to me. He
Hmm.
can't do that to me. I'm way too experienced. He can't, he can't trick me out of my position. I'm way too experienced for that now. All that pushing and whatnot. He must know all of that is nothing to me.
Mhm.
I'm all about fighting. Bring the heat, bring action, and I'll bring mine. So yeah, all of that don't mean nothing.
In terms of the tape that you've seen on him, and I'm sure that be part of the study going into the fight to get your game plan right and ready. In your own words, what do you see in the tape? What's your thoughts of him as a fighter?
We see loads of stuff. Me and the coaches have watched a few fights. Well, we wanted to watch the main fight of his, which was not his last one, the one before that, of him out in Albania. And we spotted so much things, so much things. And this is why I say this fight, my experience will play a major part in this. And yeah, I don't want to say too much on it, but whatever he brings, I'm telling you now, we have an answer for him.
Chris, who would you say is the favorite in the fight?
of course him. He's the bigger name. He's undefeated. So of course I think he will be the favorite.
But do you feel that boxing fans who properly follow the sport might be picking you as the favorite in the fight?
Possibly, possibly. Yeah, I haven't really been on social media too much. I've been off it. I've been focused, and and to be honest, I wanted to start the new year fresh, you know. So I decided the first, maybe the first 3 to 6 months, I'm gonna do is off social media and just let management deal with it and really, really knuckle down and just get on with the boxing and get on with business outside of it and just really really knuckle down on everything I need to do in my life. So that's one thing I've done this year.
Why is that? You've been scrolling too much.
Too much scrolling, too much watching movies. Time is passing, and yeah, man, I gotta get back on my A game. Not that I left my A game because I've always been a man of, you know, but just the little tweaks that need that the end of the year that I wanted to tweak about myself. Yeah, it's just them little tweaks here and there that need to get resolved.
Have you started getting the messages from the Albanian support?
I couldn't even tell you
Oh
if
yeah,
I
of
am.
course, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
I'm sure you'll get to see them maybe after the fight or from the comments or somewhere you'll be fed that information.
Possibly,
But
possibly even after my fight, I'll just leave my phone alone.
mm,
Um, Even go back to just focusing on myself and yeah, man, all this after fights blowing up to higher weights. I'm not into that no more. I'm proper trying to live a healthy, even like a healthy, holistic, alkaline lifestyle for myself, just for my own body and my own purpose, you know, for longevity of life.
good man, yeah, I saw you being quite particular in what you wanted to order in the video that you put out on one of the channels. So it seems like you really made those proper changes.
Yeah, of course, have to. We got to make the changes, and like I said, they're just the little tweaks that we need, you know. And yeah, it's happening.
Is there any part of you that's impressed by what Marku's been able to do so far in his career? That Dylan Moran fight was the knockout and the way it happened so quickly. Was that something that
Mhm.
caught your eye?
Yeah, I would say yeah, he done that very well. He done that very well from a southpaw stance, and I mean, from a boxing perspective, if you look at the knockout, you could have really see you could see that from a mile away. If you're really smart and about your boxing, you would see he was gonna throw that shot. He already fainted to throw it. Like he fainted about twice, 3 times, maybe even 4 times. That I'm going to throw this shot. Be careful. And Dylan Moran still got still got countered by it. So what can I say? I mean, you look at Dylan Moran's record. Really, he got knocked out by a journeyman already. So it was only right for Florian to do the same. I thought going into the fight, I thought Florian he will finish him just under 3, 4 rounds anyway. I already had that on my bet slip, but yeah, he finished him in round one.
I've sensed quite a extra bit of confidence coming from yourself heading into this fight, and I wonder if that's part of it because of the back end stuff, the preparation that you do with Ben, Barry, Lee, the research gives you the mind to know that you've got your plan here, you know what you're doing, you've fully researched your fighter, so you just have to execute on the night and do your part of it.
100%, 100%. We got all of that in the bag. We're working on a lot of stuff, and yeah, man, every day is a day to get better. And the longer this, well, let's see. They're saying March. They've given us a few dates in March, so whichever date I'm up for, I'll prefer the closest time in March. But let's see how it goes. But yeah, we're well prepared, and we'll be ready to take him on.
Where does a win over Florian Marku put you?
Well, it'll put me back to where I belong for sure. And after that, well, let's see. But I want to focus on one fight at a time.
What about your goal for the year, Chris? I know you're settled and focused on this fight, but do you have a goal for this year?
Yeah, I wanted to get to at least top 10 or top 15 in the world by the end of the year, you know.
Mm-hmm. Just moving on to a couple of other things, Chris. I know you got a busy gym there. I wonder if you've had the chance to have some discussions with AJ, who's been obviously training in the gym as well too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, AJ, he's usually trains like probably before me. He's usually before me. So we have our words, we talk, you know. I try to give him some motivation here and there and tell him, yo, you're the big boss, you gotta go in there and do your thing, which I know he will regardless. And yeah, he's training hard, he's working well with the coaches. And you lot will see another special performance against Francis Ngannou.
You think he knocks him out?
100%.
Think it's a tough fight at all for him?
It can be a tough fight if he makes it a tough fight, but if he goes about it the right way, it shouldn't be a problem.
Time for Ben to start picking up more credit from people in the industry, do you feel, as well, with the work that he's doing with fighters like yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I believe Ben deserves all the credit in the world. To be honest, he works extremely hard. He studies opponents and he does it very, very well. Him, Lee Wiley, Barry Smith, they all work as one. They're all in sync, you know, and that's the great thing about being up in Harlow in the gym.
Just another thing I want to get your thoughts on as well. A lot of people looking at this 5-on-5 Frank Warren versus Eddie Hearn fight, and people are talking about Shabazz Massoud versus Liam Davis. A very interesting
Yeah,
fight there if that does happen.
yeah.
Be backing Shabazz to beat Liam if that ever gets matched up.
100%, I'm backing Shabazz all the way. I'm backing him to be and any of the guys in his weight division because I think he's a special, special talent, and I believe he'll become world champion one day.
Chris, bring this back to yourself with Florian Marku in the focus. Have you got a message for Florian heading into the fight?
I ain't got no messages. Just do your thing, and I'll see you fight night. That's it.
Chris, I'm very much looking forward to the fight. Looking forward to getting a date and getting this marked on my calendar. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Looking forward once again. Thank you so much for speaking to Seconds Out, sir. We'll speak to you very soon.